Hello StarCraft fans, this is falconpaladin coming to you with yet another weekly edition of MidRank Madness. This is a game between Rafters and Dragyn on Dusk Towers. In the bottom side of Dusk Towers, we have the red Protoss player, it is Rafters. And in the top side of the map, we have the blue Terran player, it is Dragyn. Alright, so this is a gold versus gold for a MidRank Madness this week, a PvT that came very highly recommended from my screeners for MidRank Madness. Again, this is how this works. If you have a replay that is gold, platinum, or diamond level, send it to me at falconpaladin@gmail.com. I get a lot of these, and I try to respond to most of them, but if I don't respond to you, please don't be offended. I send the ones that I get to my screeners. They take a lot of time going through all of the replays, finding the best ones, and then sending me the ones they think are the greatest so I can cast them. So, thanks again to Spence, thanks again to Nolan, thanks again to Squeaks. All of those people, Benjamin, who have gone through and given me replays and taken the time out of their day to make this happen, I appreciate it. If you have an Into the Void replay, which would be something along the lines of silver or bronze you want to send in, go ahead and send that as well to falconpaladin@gmail.com with an Into the Void subject. And I'll get those to my screeners as well. Alright, so let's see how we're doing here in our gold level PvT this week. Barracks on the way. Excellent stuff. Gateway. Yep, warping in as well. So both these players have a pretty good idea of what they're doing. 2 workers on each of the Vespene gas. Tells me it's likely going to be an adept opening coming from Rafters. There's the cybernetics core. Nothing coming out of that gateway yet, so it's either stalkers or adepts. And immediately into a tech lab. Here is Dragyn. He's not walling off, which tells me either he's not worried about adepts or he doesn't know about adepts. Either way, adepts get in here into your line. They will kill all of your stuff. I know they were nerfed, but man, they are still super dangerous. Alright, so let's see what he does with this actual tech lab. Not going for a marine opening, but instead something. Come on, Dragyn. It's ready. You're done. Going for another refinery here. Both players really dedicated to this one base type play. Oh, 3 workers on each of these gas now. There's the cyber core, and what comes out of the gateway? Rafters. The answer is ah, you guys are killing me. Alright, so making a Reaper out of the barracks. The Reaper's going to head on down. Getting Warp Gate research, getting a Twilight Council. Man, not even bothering with gateway units at all as Rafters. How confident is this guy? Super confident. Another command center coming up. A 1-Rax expand with a command center here. I don't know if he's going to lift it off and land it in the gold base or what. Seems like a really weird place to do. Wait, that's an engineering bay. It could be a planetary fortress rush. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. The pylon or the probe comes on up. Mothership coming here too. And there's the pylon on the low ground. Alright, so Rafters is going to go for a photon overcharge rush. But you know what? There's nothing to actually hit. So he throws down another pylon. He's going to be aggressive about this. Wow, pylons everywhere. A lot of SCVs pulled off the line to try to deal with this. No, going back to working. They're not worried about the 100 pylons that have just been placed inside their base. The Reaper checking for a Nexus. There's not one there. Might as well start killing some workers. There's nothing to stop this from happening at all. There are no stalkers. There's nothing. But there are... Holy crap. Alright, so there's enough for 2 photon overcharges. 1 there, going after so many workers. SCVs are dying left and right, and they decide to retreat for their lives. This Reaper alone has 3 kills, which is very excellent. Photon overcharge being used to kill SCVs that are foolish enough to come back in here. And running away, Dragyn is going to run and relocate down here. Look at this. He's taking his 4th base as his 1st base. Saying, Rafters, you can have it. Meanwhile, oh, did they take down the Reaper? Oh, they did. The Brobes came to their own defense and took down the Reaper. It must have been while Rafters was distracted. Nicely done, Dragyn. Nicely done, absolutely. Alright, so there is enough energy here for a photon overcharge. It is 50. And there it goes. Going to try to take down a SCV. Yes, taking down the SCV. Going to try to get a supply depot here too. This lasts for 14 seconds. Is it long enough to take down the supply depot? Yes, absolutely enough. Enough to get a second one? Probably not. Nope. Did try though. Did try to make it happen. And he's going to lift his 2nd command center, orbital command, and land it at the gold base. Excellent. Dragyn. Cool under pressure, man. Look at him. Look at how cool he is. APM, you know, around 10 right now for Rafters. Around 87 for Dragyn. Playing pretty hard here. And there's the Dark Shrine. Oh, Rafters mixing it up with a Dark Shrine follow. Man, he committed so much stuff. The problem with a photon overcharge rush against Terran is they can do the thing where they just lift off their buildings and land over here, right? You understand that. There's a missile turret here to try to deter the same thing from happening to this base. Getting some shots off. Look out! Run! No! No! Mothership core! Oh, Mothership core ends up dead. A little bit too close to the missile turret, and now she's gone. Now, this Marine has been tasked with the unenviable task of taking down every pylon that's inside his base. But look at this. A DT warping. What is happening? Rafters, you're a crazy person. And actually throwing down a Nexus at the third base location of Dragyn. And Dragyn tossing in a command center here at his own main base as well. The DTs are here. They're playing Ring Around the Rosie. Widowmine shot? No, can't be seen. Oh no, that is not good. They need to get that missile turret now. And they take it down. They force a full evacuation of this base. Trying to get the Widowmines. Nope, can't quite do it. Widowmines are here. If a missile turret pops up or a scan is available. Ready for the scan. Ready for the scan. The scan can take these guys out with some good Widowmine shots. Not going to scan. Oh, there's the scan. Widowmine 1, 2, and they're gone. Oh, what plays. What plays by the Widowmines. Every single DT is completely crushed there. 600 gas lost for Rafters, 800 minerals, 1,300 minerals, and 50 gas lost for Dragyn. Where's the slow warping? I hear that. There it is. He's trying it again. Dragyn throwing out the man. You are cheesy. Rafters can only laugh out loud at that. All right, so please save up your energy for more stuff. All right, here we go. Oh, there's a scan. Where's the other scan from? Oh, there it is. Widowmine shot. No, hiding. Hiding from the Widowmines. Excellent decision there. Because there are two orbital commands. Neither of them have enough for a scan now. And here it is. Going to force a liftoff. Missile turrets are being constructed, trying desperately to save their base. He needs to lift. Dragyn, lift your orbital command. You can do it. I believe. He's going to... Oh, he does lift it, but it's burning. And here they go. Missile turrets are constructed. The DTs walk away, recognizing the danger that is inherent to them. The sight range of a missile turret is pretty far. I'm not sure if Rafters could sneak in here and attack this side without being detected by this missile turret, but the DTs did force a liftoff there too. And what is this? Stalkers as well. Holy smokes. Alright, so he has to know there's a base over here, right? He sees this orbital command flying over to the left. He has to recognize what's going on. He does have two bases, one of them being here. That is just so cheeky. So cheeky, this cheesy guy. Dragyn getting tanks. Who's ahead right now? 24 to 19 harvesters. So technically, Rafters has more bases and more workers. But this gold base is a pretty big deal. And this base is looking pretty healthy too. So Dragyn is not dead. Dragyn is not out of it. Using stalkers to poke around the edges of this base. All that are here are two Marines and a Marauder. Getting rid of add-ons. The DTs want to take down the tanks. No, be so careful. Oh, there's detection. Oh, there's detection. And now the tank can defend. Whabam! Getting a big shot off on those stalkers. Trying to find an angle at which to attack where they're not being sniped away by that tank. And that's not a good angle either there. The micro on display here is absolutely scintillating, ladies and gentlemen. It is. So this base up and running. This base, no, not so much. Is there anything here? No, no buildings left at all. Wow. Dragyn is actually supply blocked. 45 to 45, throwing down additional supply depots to make something happen. But in order to get over here, he needs to fly. So Rafters, do you have anything that can fly? You could make a warp prism. You absolutely could make a warp prism if you felt the need. I don't know that you do, but that's okay. So both players just kind of settling down here. This is absolutely Dragyn's first base. If you ask him where his first base is, he will say it was here. And yes, I did expand to the gold because I am just that much of a gutsy player. Meanwhile, Rafters, is he going another? He's going for his third Nexus. Holy smokes, dude. Let's do this thing. Let's make this happen. Wandering down with Widowmines, with Marines and Marauders. Okay, so I know what you guys are going to say. This happens every week. Hey, this is MidRank Madness. I'm better than these guys. Okay, but let's keep in mind, both players did tons of cheese and crazy stuff happen. And yes, that slows down your ability to make good decisions. That slows down your macro ability too. This is nuts. This is unlike any game I've ever seen. At least on this map in StarCraft 2. And the stalkers are here. Look at this. Rafters making a good decision to take down these rocks. Is there anything to defend? There might be a Banshee, but not for a while. And here comes a DT. Here come some stalkers. Goodbye, worker. Goodbye, all the workers. Oh, this is so many fresh mules. Oh, boy. They're running on in, trying to save their own lives. Nope. Not going to happen. A DT mixed on in, trying to get us around. Every single worker ends up dead. The mules running for their lives, too. It doesn't really matter. Trying to snipe down this command center. There's an attack with a tank. on this second Nexus for Rafters. The Stalkers are trying to make this orbital command burn down before it's able to land somewhere. And you're going to be able to do it. Yes, that one is burning. That one is on fire and going to land somewhere. Must be repaired or else it will burn down. The tank count for Dragyn looking good. I think this tank decision might be the best one we've seen from Dragyn so far. Getting tanks is going to for sure take care of these Stalkers. The Stalkers are running as fast as they can to save the base. No, the Nexus explodes. The Nexus explodes. And all these probes get killed too. It is now 24 to 24 Harvesters. 23 probes actually. DT walks on in, tries to get rid of that missile turret. No! Not going to happen. The Stalkers, I think they're outnumbered here though. Too many Marines, too many tanks. Do they have blink or anything? Nope. Backing on out, recognizing not a good position to be in at all. Where is that other orbital command? Where did it land? So that one is still alive. I think the other one... They do manage to snipe it down with some Stalkers. That's hilarious. Coming from this side too, are all the Stalkers not really coordinating their attacks that well, but it was a pretty good sandwich attack for gold level, I would have to say. Alright, so how are we spending our money? Rafter's not spending his money exceptionally well, but he is making some additional units. Oh, double Stargate. You know what would be good right now? Void Rays? Oh my gosh. What? Fleet Beacon. Is he going for carriers or Tempest or something? It could just be carriers. Carriers would be awesome in this situation. If he keeps Dragyn essentially confined to one base. Nope, he has two. Just kidding. Alright, so Dragyn, mining from his third base, has two assimilators flanking his orbital command. Marauders are running through his original natural base to clean out the existing pylons. And a starport is sitting alone in his natural. Dragyn is playing the weirdest game of his life to this point. There's a fleet beacon, triple Stargate, a lot of gas here for Rafters. Essentially only on 4 assimilators, although he is getting a third Nexus now to replace the one that died clear across the map. On foreign territories, the Marauders are finally cleaning everything out of their side. We might actually see the top side of the map completely bereft of red buildings. Entirely possible. What is this? It is Carrier. It is Carrier from Rafters. Rafters, all sins are forgiven. You have gone for carriers, my son. Getting Graviton Catapult makes the Carrier launch interceptors more quickly. So awesome. Such a good upgrade. What's he doing here? Getting +1 air weapons because, hey, carriers, upgrades, excellent, excellent combination. Now, the question is, can Dragyn get down here and shut this down before the carriers reach a critical mass? Because look at how heavily concentrated Dragyn is on tanks and Marauders. His Marine count right now is 5. 5 Marines. You need so many more Marines or Vikings to take these things out. Viking Marine seems to be the way to go. If you have that, you're going to be okay. And he actually is pushing forward here. So being an aggressive little Terran. It looks like he's angling to try to harass this base that doesn't exist, but I don't think he knows that yet. That's okay. This poor tank is shoved to the side. Get out of the way. We're awesome. Now, he recognizes there's not a base there. He's going to come up the front door. Are there any carriers ready to go? Maybe. Almost. Super close. There are 3 in production at the same time. Here comes the Terran Death Ball. There's a Liberator, but that's, I mean, not super scary. Widowmine's burrowing in here too. And this base is absolutely going to die. I don't think Rafters can save it in time. He's trying to run with his probes, but they all get immediately evaporated, just destroyed. And here come the carriers, throwing out their interceptors. This is not what Dragyn expected to see, not at all. Actually, the Marines managed to burn down those interceptors pretty quickly. And so they retreat to build more interceptors. They just got built, in fairness, so they don't have many interceptors available to them. They're training them as fast as they can. Graviton Catapult is complete. I think it is. Some Zealots mixed in here too, and Dragyn heads home. So Dragyn immediately begins making smart things like Vikings and Marines. Okay, he's making Marines. He's continuing with the tank production, though. I'm not sure how useful those will be against carriers. Boof, Widowmine shot, taking down that probe. Widowmines are still here, and they decide to retreat, saying, you know what, a little bit dangerous for us to hang out here on our own. These pylons are actually still alive for Rafters. If nothing else, they're scouting the fact that Dragyn has not retaken his main base. So that's good news. Let's see here. Carrier production 2. Currently there. 3 on the way simultaneously. Not really being Chrono Boost. Chrono Boost is over here on these upgrades, which I guess makes sense. It's good to have upgrades. So a Carrier, Stalker, Zealot composition. And yeah, the rest of the army finally gets rid of the remaining Protoss forces on his side of the map. Goodbye. I say goodbye. Widowmines burrowed here and here and here. And Oh, took it down. There's an observer here. Excellent. Okay, so observer mixed in with these carriers is going to be super useful. Do they have their full complement of interceptors? I think they do. You can't play defensive. You can't because cyclones. Wait. I don't think cyclones are good against carriers, Dragyn. I really don't. I'd like to say they are, but at this stage in StarCraft 2, I'm going to recommend against that. What a mind shot. Just absolutely crushing these probes. Bam! Cyclone comes wandering in all by himself. What are you doing? He might kill himself a zealot. And he does. Wow. Look at that, Cyclone. Look at that power you have. And third Nexus on the way. All the Widow Mines are cleaned up. Rafters continuing with his carrier production. Nothing but carriers right now. Upgrades for carriers. A lot of Marines on the way. That's what we need to see, Dragyn. A lot of Marines. 22 Marines. No Vikings. That's okay. Does he have any in production? No. Where is his starport? Starport there. It even has a reactor. Start making Vikings. Just do it. No, not planning on doing it. Not interested at all in my decision to go for Vikings. All right. Deep breath. Deep breath. I like the carrier composition. I don't know that Dragyn has enough to deal with it. The Marines are good. The Marines are good, but how are their upgrades? +1. +1 is fine. Getting +1 armor here too. And just grouping together. That's actually quite a big number of Marines there. But playing defensively. Playing super defensively. So, alright. So game reset. Let's see. 1 base here for Dragyn. 2 bases here for Dragyn. 3 bases for Dragyn. And Rafters essentially has... Well, he's double expanding. Once he gets this up, he'll be in a better position. But right now, he's only on 2 base. And really 1, because his main base is mined out. Chrono boosting on additional workers. It is 49 to 30 workers in favor of the Terran player. He is macroing like a boss. Getting drilling claws, busting out liberators. And now I'm not going to say liberators are bad against carriers because I don't think I've ever seen them used against carriers. But if they are and they're good, I will make a big note of that. And I'll try to spread the word as best I can. Marine count continuing to increase up to 34 Marines now. Alright, Marines, you can do this, I believe. Marines are very good against carriers if they can get underneath them and in range to take them down. They absolutely melt them like butter. So all that's protecting the carriers are like 3 zealots. 3 zealots. Rafters is burning through minerals as fast as he gets them. Gas isn't a huge problem, but he needs more workers on the minerals, and he's doing it. He's doing it very, very well. Chrono boosting out workers up to 43 versus 58 now. Essentially a 4 base here, a 4th command center coming up for Dragyn. This is turning into a fairly standard macro game, except for the existence of these carriers. 2 more on the way for a Protoss player, a Rafters. 5 and 2 more, so 7 carriers. Good. I mean, Dragyn is up 173 to 102 total supply, because guess what? Marines and Marauders are cheap, and they take up supply here too. SCVs are running on over. Dragyn macroing to his little heart's content, because Rafters is not being aggressive at all. Ooh, Fusion Core. Fusion Core on the way. Battle Cruisers would be such a bad decision. Dragyn, do not make Battle Cruisers. I know I like them. I know I ask for replays with them, but in this situation, if you want to win, I recommend against doing this. Alright, there's the Fusion Core. And what do we got here? We got Ravens. That's good. Tech Lab. That's not a good sign. That is not a good sign. Getting +1 ship weapons, +2 infantry weapons. Again, it's 184 to 114 total supply. I feel like if Dragyn went for it now, he would just straight up win. 4 carriers in production at the same time. For Rafters, though, he is making this thing work. He is dedicating himself to this strategy, making additional Stargates even. Well, there's only 7 here. They have the attack upgrades, but I think they need armor upgrades too. He's getting them. Okay, so Rafters is getting armor. What? Fusion Core dance. I need to find that music from day 9 and splice it in here because I love the Fusion Core dance. Oh, it's done? It's done already? Okay, so I think Dragyn is thinking about getting BCs. Here it is. The carriers taking down everything on the front lines here, but the Marines are burning through those interceptors fairly well. How many interceptors are left? Just a few of them, and there it is, the stim forward. Every single carrier gonna die here. Unless Rafters can get them out of there in time. He's retreating as fast as he can, but Marines are so good. The 4th base ends up falling. For Rafters, Marines with stim and +2 attack, just gods, little tiny gods. And no, Dragyn, keep pushing the advantage. You're up 188 to 93 total supply. You can kill Rafters, I believe. I believe. There's the armor, though. Look, carriers now have Protoss plating armor 3. Because they start with 2. Checking for additional bases. Dragyn is covering his bases very intelligently, but he can kill this base no problem at all. No resistance whatsoever from Rafters. Rafters trying to make a go. Battlecruisers on the way. Dragyn, I don't think it really matters here, so I guess having a victory battlecruiser isn't the worst thing I've ever seen. Where is that darn thing? And a Thor. Is he double pumping? Oh my gosh, he's actually queuing up battlecruisers here. I mean, he's maxed out, so there's no way he's actually going to make the rest of these. Oop, big attack, though. Big attack. Goodbye, third base. Carriers come in again and try to make this thing happen. They're taking out the Liberators fairly easily. It's just the Marines that are the problem. Can they take out all of the Marines? They are slowly whittling them down. Look at this go. No, the Marines are trying to focus on the carriers instead of the interceptors, and look at that. Whoa, whoa, Rafters. Rafters going for the counterattack, sniping down tanks that are trying to run for their lives. That's all they're trying to do, but Rafters with the carrier fleet. It is now 82 to 125 total supply. Rafters just took out a ton of supply for his Terran opponent, but expanding like a madman is Dragyn. He's maxed out, so he says, might as well expand everywhere I can. That seems like a good life choice. And now the battlecruisers are actually here. So battlecruiser operational. Speaking of battlecruisers, if you haven't seen my story yet, there's a link in the description. But we have some Game of Thrones inspired t-shirts related to StarCraft 2. We have House Zerg for the Swarm, House Protoss and Taro Tassadar, and House Terran. We had a hard time thinking of what the slogan for Terran should be. They just don't have a really catchy catchphrase. You know what I mean? So I thought about it for a while and finally came up with the idea of just who called in the fleet. And I think it works. I think it's awesome. I think it really represents what Terran is all about. They're just showing up with overwhelming force. Battlecruisers appear out of nowhere in the sky, lay waste to everything on the ground and in the air. They are so awesome in lore, not so good in game, but I thought who called in the fleet represented the Terran might very, very well. All right, here come the carriers running for their lives. Our command centers, their move speed actually might not be that slow compared to carriers. All right, it is. It's pretty darn slow. Might get caught and sniped down here. Missile turrets coming up. I'm not sure that's the right choice at all. BCs and Liberators. Oh, Dragyn, are you going to lose this thing after all? After all that's been done, BC run. Run for... Oh, doesn't even get a Yamato cannon off. Oh, how much does that hurt? How much does that hurt your heart? Liberators, not great. Thors, not really the right choice either. You'll notice everything getting absolutely massacred on the ground. Thors are running this way and that, trying to use their anti-air javelin missile launchers against interceptors, which is just not economical. Same thing with the Liberators, not focusing down the carriers at all. You guys, you need to focus down the carriers. Oh boy, another BC gonna die. Possibly, possibly not. There are some Marines on the ground. BC does explode, falling onto the Marines below. The Marine count looking super duper low, though. There are only 5. Only 5 Marines. Retreating to rebuild interceptors. Rafters going to make this thing work. Getting rid of a refinery. Kabooey. Oh, the battlecruiser and the Thor production continues for Dragyn. Dragyn, no. This is not how you win this game. Didn't you see how effective your Marines were in that first battle? Ugh, bruh. This might be it. This might be it for our Terran friend, ladies and gentlemen. Rafters. After the 8 pylon photon overcharge rush, followed up with a Dark Templar attack, followed up with some Stalkers, and then moved right into carriers. Rafters, you have won my heart. It is 103 to 102 total supply. Dragyn has a ton of bases. We're not going to argue that. He still has this base, and this base, and this base, and this base. These bases are under assault. I'm going to point out, yeah, these missile turrets doing absolutely nothing. Marines on the ground trying to take down these interceptors as best they can. And yes, actually forcing Rafters back once again. This base is completely dead, though. How are the upgrades? +3 attack on the... Oh, wow. +3 attack and +2 armor plating. Rafters is not really continuing. Oh, wait. No, carrier. Bad rally, bad rally. The carrier walks on in, gives Dragyn a new sense of pride and confidence. We can take down one carrier. We can take down all of these carriers. How many is this? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 carriers mixed in here. What? What is happening? All right, so there are 10 carriers. Walking on in, no big deal. Walking on Sunshine. Goodbye, Orbital Command. Goodbye, refinery. Goodbye, fusion core. May you rest in peace. Okay, I don't want you to rest in peace. Is there an observer with this army? I don't think there is. That Widowmine could actually be a problem. Widowmine, bam! 25 kill Widowmine. 25 kills. Nope, going for the base trade. Dragyn says, heck with this. I can't take down those carriers. What am I trying to do here? Liberators mixed in. Do they have defender mode up? They do not. Marines here as well. What are their upgrades at? +3, +1. Any medevacs coming up? Is Rafters actually making additional carriers? No. No, he's not. What is he producing? He's just producing interceptors. He's full on base racing here. Never base race a Terran is what they say. But if you have carriers, maybe we've changed our mind. Widowmine gets taken on down. This is a lot of missile turrets, but it's not enough against this many carriers. I'm sorry, not with these upgrades. All right. Let the base race commence. I just don't know that Dragyn has enough DPS to take down these buildings before all these carriers take them down. It really seems like a problem if you are Dragyn to try to deal with this many carriers. And okay, so now Dragyn is blind. He doesn't know about these bases. He is in the dark about these bases, everybody. All right, he's going to come and take down this army. I believe he can do it. I think he can do it. He is not building any more interceptors because I think he is full up. 23, 17, 31. Gee willikers. Small group of Marines trying to fight against what there is. They run for their lives. The big army over here, though. This is an insane game. This is nuts. Liberators get taken down for no reason at all. These Marines are going to die. But look, continuing Marine production here is Dragyn. Can he win this after all? I've been discounting him, but maybe he can pull it off. I really don't know. This army getting absolutely cleaned up. Thor useless. Widowmine shot does hit off, not enough to actually kill a carrier. And we're alive. Rafters is alive, ladies and gentlemen. Mining from effectively one base. He is behind immensely on economy. 1,300 versus 500 on the mineral count. Rafters has no gas income at all. None. He needs to go hunting. He needs to go hunting for other bases. Rafters. Rafters, you can do it. All right. Resources lost tab. 18,300 minerals lost for Rafters. 4,400 gas. 26,000 minerals and 8,500 gas lost for Dragyn. 56 workers versus 54 SCVs. Wow. Problematic. That is so many dead workers. 27 to 54 now. Dragyn definitely has the better economy, but Rafters has the better army. Can he find secret hidden base? He's heading that direction. And these Marines, I don't think there's enough to actually take these guys down. Run, and they do. They run. Look at that reaction time from Dragyn. Woohoo. Well played indeed. Is he going to go for this thing? Can he see this? He can. He knows there's Marines there. Is he paying attention, though? He sees them. He's going for it. Marines! No, the +3. Here comes the stim. They take down one carrier. Can they get two? No, they can't. They're all dead. They're all dead. They're alive, but they're dead. Yep, barracks are starting to fall. Rafters got lucky. Rafters chose the right direction. Found all of Dragyn's production. Dragyn has so much money and he can't spend it. Oh, Dragyn, you tried to play standard against this cheesing Protoss player, and in the end you lost to carriers. What an ignominious defeat. Dragyn with the question, what counters carriers as Terran? Because I don't know. Rafter says, Answer, Vikings and Marines. Just get Vikings and Marines. Vikings are excellent. They're so good against carriers. Dragyn did not try that one at all. Losing supply depots. Dragyn doesn't believe Rafters. Dragyn, come on. Supply blocked. There's a Ghost Academy here. Nothing in production though. Both players are just chatting. You have to attack the actual carrier, says Rafter. Yes, and they have incredible range, Rafters. That's exactly why you get Vikings. Whatever. He's not going to believe. He does not have to believe. Widowmine going to get 100 more shots. Kills again. Can he actually target any of these guys long enough to do it? No. No, couldn't. Base kablooey. Dragyn is not being revealed, but all of his SCVs are completely dead. Yeah, they're OP in this, says Rafters. I mean, okay, they're good, but, I mean, there's a reason you don't ever see them in pro-level games. We're just going to say that. Dragyn, oh, Widowmine shot. Thanks for the cheesy game. It was fun. Dragyn, keeping his good manner even while losing. Yeah, a good 30-minute game with keeping on your toes, keeping you crazy. Rafters with the other good game on his end, saying likewise. Carriers running around just trying to see what they can do. Dragyn, are you not going to leave the game? What is your plan here? Sending SCV. Is he long-distance mining from that gold base? Dragyn is long distance mining. Alright, so that's it from us. This base is established for Rafters. He has 82 to 18 total supply, 28 to 12 harvesters. This base is not even building units. That's the game. That is the game, ladies and gentlemen. We will follow these carriers, but we're going to wrap it up. Alright, so that's it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin with yet another weekly edition of MidRank Madness. Again, I hope you had a good time today. If you did, go ahead and hit that like button, hit the subscribe. Oh, Dragyn, thrown out. You're going to send this game to Falcon Paladin. See ya, man. And he leaves the game. So yes, again, thanks so much for watching. If you like what you saw today, hit that like button, hit the subscribe. You can also catch me on Twitter and Facebook. I'm pretty active on both of those sites, both at /FalconPaladin. And until next time, as always, thanks so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.